Hello and welcome to One Point Perspective Basics. In this video, you will learn how to easily incorporate one-point perspective into your drawings, and in doing so, make your artwork more believable. Plus, a tree may or may not squash sound by the end. And to help us out today is Zeke. Wave to the audience, Zeke. You may or may not know Zeke from our award-winning video, Bad Art. Zeke may also be getting over some trauma, completely unrelated to the last video. But enough of that, on with the lesson. Perspective all starts with the horizon. The horizon line represents where the ground and the sky meet. The horizon line also holds an infinite number of points, but all we need is one. Hence the term one-point perspective. We will also be referring to it as our vanishing point. We'll start off easy by creating a box. In this first example of drawing a box in one-point perspective, we'll draw two lines out from our vanishing point. Next, we'll draw a horizontal line here to make the bottom of the front of our box. Two vertical lines, and we have the height of the box. Once that's done, we'll draw two more lines from the vanishing point to the top of those vertical lines. One more horizontal line across the back so we know how far back our box goes. Two more vertical lines in the back. Then it's just a simple matter of joining all those lines at the top to give us the top of the box. After that, we join the lines at the bottom and the top to finish off our box. And there you go. You've drawn a box in perfect one-point perspective. A second method, which is also a bit quicker, is to begin with a square. Draw lines from the vanishing point to each corner of the square, and from there, decide how far back your box will go. And there, create a second square. Then it's a simple matter of joining your two squares together, and you have your box. The same techniques can be done anywhere. Here's another box laying with the top above the horizon and the bottom below. You can even erase a few lines to make it look like the sides of the box are solid. That's great, but how can I use this for something like, say, a room interior? I'm glad you asked. All the principles are still the same whether it's a box or a room. We'll start with a horizon line and choose a vanishing point. This rectangle will represent the back of our room. Next, we draw straight lines from our vanishing point to the rectangle's four corners and continue them forward. We then choose the depth of our room and draw another rectangle for the room's wall closest to us. Then we join the corners to finish out the room's basic interior. And to give us an unobstructed view, I will remove this line here. I'll next remove all the background perspective lines to give us a clear look at the beginning of our room. From there, we can add whatever we'd like, but remember that each item added must be drawn using the same vanishing point in one-point perspective, like a rug, wood flooring, windows, and a door, as well as a table. These are very basic items, but you can go wild. And by using one-point perspective, everything you add will feel grounded and look believable. Some bonus info. Let's say you need to draw telephone poles, street lights, or windows, anything that comes in a regular pattern, but you need to draw it in one-point perspective. I'll use simple poles to keep this example simple. If you needed to draw 5 poles evenly spaced flat on like this, it's pretty easy to do. Just use a ruler or even eyeball it and it looks pretty good. But what about in one-point perspective? Here's a pole close to us and the last one far away. But where do we put another or 3 more? How does it look correct in one-point perspective? Well, it turns out it's as easy as X marks the spot. What we do is draw an X from the tops of each pole to the bottom of the opposite pole. Where they cross, the middle of the X, is where the middle of the new pole would go. To add more poles, you just repeat the process. Easy as that. We've gone from 2 poles to 5 in correct one-point perspective. Hey, loser. Perspectives for losers. Yeah, you loser. What do you think you're going to do? You can have one-point perspective of my butt. Loser. How many perspectives does it take to get a perspective of how stupid you look? 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3. 3 points. I need a tree and an axe in one-point perspective. So, okay, a tree like this. No leaves. Okay, more like this. I need it perfectly straight and real tall. No branches either. All right, but how tall? About this tall. Oh, yeah, and don't forget the axe. You're gonna chop a tree now? How is this part of 1 point perspective? You look so dumb. This whole thing is. If you enjoyed this unique instruction on 1 point perspective, please hit that like button as it really helps me out. And if you'd like more art videos with a twist, please subscribe. Zeke, what are you doing? Oh, Zeke, you need therapy.